Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just got back from a really incredible experience at Cusec 2025. If you don't know Cusec is the Canadian University Software Engineering Conference held every year and in Montreal, and it was so fun. I'm from Toronto and going to Montreal, it was super fun. Well, if you guys are in tech, software engineering, comp sci, and love networking with great minds, this is your place to be, and I loved it. Like, I'm from computer science, and it was actually a software engineering conference. Well, it was technically not so, but it was a really great experience learning and meeting so many new people, and getting to know so many incredible ideas. I really loved it, and let me take you through my journey of this conference. It was a 3-day conference, and I started my journey from Vancouver to Montreal and then back to Vancouver. Back to Toronto, sorry. Hey guys, it's 8:30 in the morning and today's the day 1. Let's see what Cusec holds for us. Well, I'm really looking forward to Nivea Kani. She's gonna talk about how to make the best out of hackathons, and Sean, I guess I'm pronouncing his name right, but I don't know, he's gonna talk about 10 ways to get a job at this time, and I'm really looking forward for both of them. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna keep you updated for all the events that are gonna happen, and the GitHub's links that are gonna be posted in the description. You can take a look at them. So let's go. I'm gonna get ready and we're gonna leave for the Cusec 2025, and let's see how it goes. The day started with a conference check-in at around 8:30 a.m. in the morning till 9:30 a.m. and everyone picking up the badges, getting ready for an exciting day ahead. The opening ceremony set the tone of the conference. Like, it was filled with energy. Everyone here was passionate about software engineering and comp sci and startups, and creating one of the weirdest and the most crazy ideas in the world. It was that kind of conference, and the lineup of the speakers were seriously inspiring. Like, everything they told, that was actually something that we could relate a lot, and it was really helpful. First was Lyn Chen with From Zero to One, how to treat yourself like a startup. So one key takeaway, so what was it? Think of your career like a startup. Experiment, pivot when needed, and don't be afraid to fail. The best engineers aren't just technical, they're adaptable. I really loved when she talked about career and startup, something I really want to do. And talking about and helping us pave a way from 0 to 1, one of the biggest step is to start, is to have an initiative and just take a go no matter where it leads. So next was Matthew. He shared practical strategies on transitioning from students to software engineer, and I would say this was one of the best workshops that we had. He really broke down a lot of good points, like how to leverage projects, networking, and personal branding to land on your first tech job. So the next was Mukund Mauji, and I would say one of the most honest talks during that day was from him. Like, he talked about how he, as a person, he as an individual and as a worker, failed with mental health and how he coped up with that, how he took a break from it. He spoke about burnout, something that I guess it's happening so much lately, and we just don't address it at all. And I was really impressed by the whole Cusec team. So after that, after the midday break, what we had was career fair, and so there were around 4 to 5 sponsors, as I told you earlier, and it was great networking with them. So one of the most exciting thing was yet to come, and that was the Dev then reload. Well, so what is it about? It is like a pitch competition where teams, they present their startup ideas, or they just present what they had their projects in. And some of the ideas were like legit startups. I guess it was around for 2 hours. So most of these projects were focused on AI-driven education tools, cybersecurity, and even sustainability, and something related to hacking and white hat hacking stuff. It really showed that innovation in software engineering isn't just about writing code, it's about solving problems that matter. And coming to think of it, there are so many things in the whole universe are done by computing. So after the intense day of learning and networking, we had the game night. It was around board games and stuff. Well, it was fun, casino nights. It was really fun day 1 for me, and I'm hoping for the day 2 be that fun too. So day 2 of Cusec 2025, well, I was hoping for same fun and excitement, but well, something more was waiting for me. So the day started off with Miss Shri Harsha, the lady I talked about, who I talked about in day 1, about AI and responsive AI. Well, I was really interested in that talk, so I did go there in the morning. Well, it was around, I guess, 9:30-ish. 9:30 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. So it was only around 25 minutes of talk, but then she really described a lot about responsive AI. Then the next talk was from Miss Noseworthy, and she talked about the work-life balance again. And she also talked about work-life balance and compared it to system maintenance. If you don't take care of your health, stress and burnout, you'll crash just like an overload system. And after that, we had Bilal Akhtar, who wanted to say about how to prevent system from collapsing under high traffic. And well, what was the best part? I would say the solutions are hidden in control system courses. So something I never thought would be so relevant, but it was really an eye-opening thing for it. And I really I guess I'm grateful that I attended that part. It was really interesting. And after that, we had lunch. So, but before lunch, we also had a resume review from RBC hiring managers, and they mainly talked about that you guys can have a 2-page resume. But if we are applying for RBC or other non-tech companies, but if you guys are applying for tech companies, mainly they go for 1-page resume. But these guys, they look for all kinds of stuff, your volunteer stuff, coming to conferences. To the lunch, we had a great talk of what they don't tell you about technical interviews. He did tell about how they really look like, and I guess I don't feel that daunted now after I get to know what they are like and how I need to prepare for them. So Fatima really talked about more on how to approach those technical interviews, and just if you're giving a technical interview, you and writing code, you have to explain it as side by side writing it, that what you're doing and what it's going to impact or something related to that, just to make sure that you make a conversation. And another thing Fatima talked was that you need to ask your interviewer what the question is. It is one thing that they are expecting from us. They give us a prompt, but then that prompt might have some loopholes, might have some things that I can't understand, that the interviewee, like me, can't understand. So we need to make sure that we understand the actual problem, and for that, we can ask multiple questions. It is something that the interviewer is there for. They are there for 40 minutes for a reason, and that is the reason. We need to talk to them, we need to tell them if we have any queries, and we also need to explain them how we're doing that, how we're doing that code. And that is one of the most important things, because they want us to see how we are in a collaborative environment. And I really was impressed by that, because I didn't know that you have to explain your code side by side. So one key takeaway from her was go speak as much as you can during even your coding interviews. Okay, so next was Greg Wilson. Well, he talked about, I would say he was more on an educational side, and mainly his talk was what everyone in tech should know about learning and teaching, like how it can affect and how different strategies should be implied so that students or even like the teachers, like the tutoring team, the professors, they can make it easier for the everyone to learn, actually, I would say. And it's not just them, but also like even online too, like what all strategies we should apply for, because whether you're explaining your code to a teammate or onboarding a junior dev, according to him, knowing how to teach is a game changer, and it really impacts a lot. And that was something he really talked about. And I was like, he also gave us a little activity to do and to talk. Well, it was fun. It was kind of like an icebreaker. It made me remind of the icebreaker moments. But then, yeah, it was fun. And learning how different strategies can actually affect how you implement, and how the code is actually like how the other junior devs also cooperate. It was really, really impressive. I didn't know about that, but I did not actually thought much on that. So after that, we are done like with day 2, and all it's left was DevDen, reload, and this was my day, like premium. It was round 2, and I was representing my team because my team couldn't come, and we had a game. It was a run-pie game, balancing the flow. And I also have given the link in this description so you guys can take a look at it, what it was. But it was a really great experience presenting my pitch and presenting my ideas to the judges. I really loved it, and it gave me a viewpoint like how to present. And presenting is, I guess, one of the things that they told was one of the most important things during anything when you're presenting. Like, this is one thing that every person needs to know, even whether they're presenting a pitch, whether they're presenting an idea, a startup for just tech, or they're in business, or they're in any other field. Pitching makes the entire game change. It was really fun. Well, then I was looking forward for the karaoke night, and I'm a singer, so I was really looking forward to it. So this is the final day, day 3 of Cusec 2025, and I'm finally heading back to Toronto today. It's been like it was been like 1 whole month. I did not see Toronto in snow, and it did not snow in Vancouver at all. So I was really missing snow. It was an incredible conference so far, but what was that day? What was the final day looking like? Well, it had Q&As, career insights, and DevDen's final, the grand closing ceremony, and some picks and clicks. So this is the last day, the 3rd day, and I'm so grateful that you guys attended this with me. And today I'm really excited. I'm looking forward for the interview panel. I guess we're going to be 3 to 4 speakers who are going to tell us about interviews and how we should do it, and what's going to be like, how we should prepare for it. And then there's going to be the closing ceremony, all that stuff. But well, it started off with Ask Me Anything. It was a Q&A by Tony, and mostly people asked about what they should do next in the career, and what is the strategies that they should go for in like during their next conferences, how they should prepare for something related to like something similar to deaf dance that happened. Those were the most basic questions that were asked, and some related to how to approach jobs. But then I guess most of them were answered during the speakering, during the conference and the networking sessions. So that was not touched upon more. And it was really a social and an interactive one because questions were going on and off. It was really fun. After that, we had World Building IRL by Mr. Murphy. So, well, he talked mostly about not just games, but also designing better user experience, and also that back-end coding is important, but so is front-end coding. So we shouldn't feel like if we are coders, we should just do back-end coding. No, front-end coding is so fun too, and he really was like creating a better user interface is one thing that we should also do. Next was the landing internship panel.
Is that you really take out the most from it that you can. I see sometimes the students join the club just to put on their resume.
I would say that was one of the most useful panel for students because after all, we all are looking for internships. I'm looking for internship, you guys must be looking for internship, and so is everyone else who is a student technically right now, or maybe not, it depends. But then you guys are looking for internship, and so am I. And that was, I would say, one of the most helpful sessions. There was the key takeaway from this one. So one, stay early. Things happen early, like take different opinions on your resume, prepare your resume well before your application actually starts, and then work on your personal project, something that everyone loves to see. Every company wants that you must have done some personal project. It is one of the most important things, and it would be great if you guys have used like their own you guys have made contributions into their GitHub. Some companies do have GitHubs collaboration, so open collaboration you have done on that. It is one of the most important things that companies look. And then last thing, network. That was what we were there for, and that what they all told, like that is one of the most important thing. If you need to land into internship, you need network, you need connections to get to that interview, to get that from those pals of resume to just a couple of pals is connections. So that is one of the most important things they talked about, how to land into an internship. How just approach one company, like a startup company, approach them, and then just keep on doing this stuff, keep on going on and on till they realize that they need you. So one thing that they told was, before even the jobs are open, before even the recruiter or the company decides they need an intern, become their intern. Make sure like they talked about one incident, like their friend did, was they approached a startup company, and then for a couple of months before they wanted the internship, and then they approached them. They talked to the CEO. It's easy to approach CEOs of startups, a bit easier than the big tech companies. Okay, so she approached the CEO. She talked to him or her, and then she did a bit of help with them, and then later on she did also some contributions, and then she was like, oh, I'm looking for an internship, and they're like, oh, you guys can offer me. So there you go, she landed with an internship. And this is what you need to do. You need to make sure that you know which company or which kind of company you're applying for. So make sure every one of you guys, that's what I'm feeling in right now, is to know what you want to do in the next 5 years. What do you want to be like after the next 5 years? And how do you feel your work is like? How can you feel you can wake up at early in the morning, go every day for 9 to 5 work and be refreshed and not feel sad? So you need to guys find out what you truly love, what your passion is, and how to devote your energy into that passion. And also, if you want an internship, go and catch just a couple of companies that you really want to get into and just show them that you are made for them, and that's how you really land into an internship. So I guess I talked most of this one because it was one of the most important one, I would say. And after then there was the dev dance final, and then the five projects, the 5 teams that were selected, they presented their view, and after that there was a closing ceremony, and we clicked pictures, and we came back to our home, University of Toronto. So this was what the whole day, what the whole conference for 3 days looked like, and for the accommodation, for the food, and for all the links that we were provided and the notes that were provided, I have given in the description. So if you guys are still here, please make sure you like and subscribe my channel. Well, I will be going more about U of T and UBC because I go there lately so much. Like, I live in U of T and I go to UBC a lot. So I will be posting most of the things about them, but also all the other conferences and hackathons that go around here. So please like and subscribe my channel, and love you guys.